Is there anything else that you want to share about your training and what you've created?
Man, just like you said about the times, right? Like it's, you know, a time of coronavirus and a lot of people dealing with, I feel like depression or, you know, being locked away and stuff like that. Where I feel like, I mean, I'm not very big into politics and all those kind of things, but control the controllables, right? And just because gyms are closed or because all of these things, you can't go nowhere, don't mean you can't get out and work on yourself, run, all those kind of things. So I think that's a big part of the times, right? Getting us through these times, but, you know, I think taking the time, the lockdown time to work on you. Yeah. You know?
That's very true, yes.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do my best out here, inspire, and on top of all of that is be a leader for my own household, you know, my kids, you know, I feel like kids, I love kids. I got 3 kids, and I fully believe that if you gave me anybody's kid, no matter the background, I could shape them to be a positive minded person, because I feel like kids are they're blank slates, right? They don't know nothing. But what you put in their brain, what you feed them with is creates the person they become. And so if, like, for my kids, I try to not only tell them, you know, the good things, but try to show them. And so they see me training all the time, running, working. My daughter will get up and run, and you know, maybe not every day, but every now and then, you know, and it slowly becomes part of her thing. And then my son's thing is like, oh, Dad, are we training today? And maybe it's not even training, maybe it's surfing. You know, my son just started getting into surfing, and he loves that. And it's just movement, whatever it is that you enjoy to do. You got to get up, you got to sweat, it could be playing basketball, it could be going for a run, swimming, surfing, biking, hiking. You know, there's so much stuff, and especially in this beautiful place that we live. We're so fortunate to live in Hawaii, where, because that just brought me back to a time when I was in Canada. Okay, Canada, negative degrees, and I want to say it was bread, like for food. It's snowing outside, and I just want bread. And this is when I really appreciated Hawaii, because Hawaii, I need bread.
Just go,
I'm just going to go grab it. I'll be back in 3 minutes. I live right behind Food Land. I'll go back. I'm going to go grab the bread. I'll be back in 3 minutes. You don't even need a shirt. You don't need, sometimes you don't even need slippers. You just need shorts, some money. You can go to the store, grab it, and be back. Beautiful Hawaii. I love my home. Now in Canada, it's like a whole hour process to go get bread. I had to put on all these clothes. Then by the time I go outside, I realize it's not enough. I go back in, get some more clothes. I got to start the car, take the ice off the car, warm up the car, get it going, get to the store. It's a whole process. I'm just like, man.
No, I think anybody that, you know, that's why sometimes we take for granted the things that we're around, right? In Hawaii, which, you know, for people, like, don't take that for granted, because when you're talking about this, I'm thinking about, there were a couple weekends in Michigan that this is the first time I ever heard there was a cold weather warning, and I had to ask the locals, like, what does that mean? They're like, you shouldn't go outside. So then there were a couple weekends that we didn't have any, like, bye week or something. I literally did not leave outside unless I had to drive to the facility, and everything else I was like, I ain't gonna get food, I ain't gonna do this or whatever, because it's too cold, you know. But I mean, that's an excellent message, because for us, like, take advantage of our environment, take advantage of all of these things. With that, I like that you're sharing this with your kids and other kids, right? Because that's something we didn't talk about too much. We'll spend a few minutes, but you know, raising your kids, being an athlete, and that's something that you had to go through pretty much your entire career, right? And what was that like, you know, managing and balancing that time, right, to take care of what you needed to, but also being there for your kids?
I had my daughter when I came back from Fresno, so while I was going to LCC. So throughout my UH career, I mean, throughout my whole career, pretty much I've had kids, and it was just a big part of, I think, what kept me motivated, what kept me focused is, like, I'm doing this for more than just me. You know, also just being a role model. Like, my daughter loves football. If you've seen Remember the Titans, you know, the coach's daughter inside that, where he's like storming around in the stands. That is my daughter, like, to the T. She knows just about everything at football. I also coach a youth kids a football academy that I started up, and my daughter is like one of the captains of her team. It's like, just because she knows everything, like, if somebody's not aligned right, I'll tell her, and then she'll be like, what are you doing? Like, move over here. You got him. You know, like she just knows. But I think that's just a part of her childhood.
Yes.
So what she grew up around, right? That's what she knows. And, you know, I just feel like by all the things that I do, by living my life the way that I live, it's just gives my kids the best opportunity to, in whatever they want to be, right? And whatever they want to do, maybe it's in sports, maybe it's not in sports, but they just can recognize and understand the work ethic that it takes to be successful in whatever it is that they want to be successful at.
Yes, definitely. I mean, keep doing all of the great things that you're doing. I mean, is there any